hatred. Because we cannot truly see another black entity really as a god. We can see it as it relates to a good handshake. Or just something cool to say to one another. But realistically, you got some people say, I never worship no black man. Well, then I would say those individuals have an issue with worshiping. Because even Europeans have created the power system within their community and within their groups through their masonry. And they have worshipful masters in their lodges, right? And that's in order of a structure that they have to secretly rule and give themselves a better advantage in society. Because they can look at each other and see this grand master cracker. And look at him, their own devil. Hey, he's the worshipful master. Look at themselves like that. You go up to black people, they say, I ain't worshiping no nigga. You crazy? But them same black people are jealous and envious of what's going on in the lodges. Am I correct? What are the Masons doing? What are the degrees? I want to get in. I want to know the knowledge. Pretending like they're against Masonry, but they still trying to go to the library and get all the books on it. The only issue people have with Masonry is that their ass is left out. That's the only issue, honestly, that they have with the Masons, is that they don't know what the hell is going on. And they're not a part of it. But secretively, while they speak all against it, they wish and they try to flaunt the little knowledge that they have about Masonry. Oh, I know you're a traveling brother. Ain't been to one lodge meeting. But flaunting the knowledge of Masonry, but claim they're against it is evil. But will pretend to be a Mason in any situation they could. That has to stop. But my whole point in saying that is that you see it in Masonry, they have themselves up there. Europeans, this is the worshipful master. A black man cannot be no more than a damn preacher. In our society, you just start talking and say, what are you, a preacher? A minister? No, I'm a god. Okay, this nigga crazy. So it's not rational. But we talk about gods in Kemet and Egypt. Deities on the walls. But somehow, that was the last of the deities. And even the genetic bloodlines and manifestations of those Nubians. We just niggas today. We'll worship a statue in the image and likeness of self. And I said that before. If a brother walk up and look like that statue, they would say, man, nigga, please. But the statue ain't doing nothing for them, no. The book ain't doing nothing for them. There's no compassion in the Meduneter. Y'all don't hear me today. I'm going in now. The Meduneter does not have compassion to help and assist. It's a book. And in the book, there's supposed to be some understanding of self to connect and deal with the reality of one another. Am I correct? That's the best the book can do. But we claim to be so spiritually and metaphysically deep, but we keep moving with literal hatred of one another. So all the metaphysics in the world have not taught us how to love ourselves. It's taught us to be smarter and deeper than one another. And clicked off and separate from one another. That's not why those books were written. But true black supremacy, enlightened black supremacy, is being able to invoke the feeling and the experience of true compassion for black people of themselves as a real tangible experience. That's a fact. Because when we do that and we begin to recognize the deities of ancient times and we experience that in the living beings that are among us, we return to those times and those conditions where we were in power and we were in positions of great authority. And the condition of our community can change. But long as our mind is in the books, and as soon as we close the book, we're going to hate a nigga. Right?